Nicola Sturgeon, 6 months after that initial lockdown, you're imposing new restrictions. People don't want that. They're finding this tough, aren't they?
I don't want it. I absolutely get how tough people are finding it. It's been tough for 6 months. And it only gets tougher, and none of us, even me, are exempt from all of the implications of this. But it's a global pandemic. It's accelerating across the world. We did really well over the summer to drive it to low levels, to build, test and protect, but we've always known that winter coming out of lockdown would present new challenges. That's where we are right now, and we've got to come together again, unfortunately make more sacrifices, but we've beat it back once and we can beat it back again.
We see you standing there every day. You must get quite emotional about announcing all these deaths over the last 6 months and various other elements of this.
Absolutely, and I try to remember that I thankfully haven't lost anybody, so my emotions are nothing compared to families that are grieving. But I've almost tried not to have no emotion when I stand up there giving really grim statistics, because this is about life, it's about human beings, it's about all of us. The last 6 months have been unlike anything any of us have ever lived through before, and I think it's important to recognise the magnitude of that, while of course, particularly in my position, calmly and as rationally as possible trying to lead us through it.
Well, looking at today's statistics, 486 new cases, a record for Scotland. OK, we've got more testing. Do you know how many of them are students? Because students was one of your big focuses today.
A significant proportion of students, obviously Test and Protect, are still working through these cases, and we need to look and analyse them in the days to come. But there's not just a big proportion that are students. We know a significant proportion of those are associated with an outbreak at Glasgow University. So this is one of the challenges we face right now. We've faced challenges before, and through the range of things we're doing, we have to deal with that. And there's no easy answers in any of this.
It can't be a surprise to you either, given that you've just sent them back in Freshers Week.
It's not. I'm not saying any of this is a surprise, but we're grappling with things. We needed to get kids back to school. We can't have kids out of school. We need to get students back in some way to university.
In some way, do you need to get them back on campus in student flats where they want to have parties to meet each other?
Sure,
They've got new friends to make.
But we have to find ways of balancing these things, of getting not normality. We can't have normality back right now. Many universities are doing blended learning. They've got lots of arrangements in place, and we have to deal with these challenges. It would be much easier from the perspective of public health to keep everybody in a strict lockdown, but that does real damage too. So we have to live with this in a way that minimises the health impact while trying to get education back on track and protect jobs and livelihoods as well.
And in terms of the restrictions, you said you would have gone further today if you had the financial firepower. What other restrictions did you want to bring in, or would you have wanted to bring in?
What I said yesterday and I've said today, I may have reached a different balance of judgment on hospitality, for example.
Would you have closed down pubs?
If you let me get more than half a sentence out at once, then you probably get the answer. The 10 o'clock curfew is important. I'm not saying it's not, but I think there is an argument that says we should have restricted pubs more than that. But I am a bit between a rock and a hard place just now. I want to do the right things on public health and will do, but obviously there are jobs implications of some of this. So I've written to the Prime Minister today. I hope we can have constructive discussions about how we make sure all of us can take the action that needs to be taken.